Imagine being this kid's parents just looking back and he's with two random kids. Just in your backyard. Key, I'm your neighbor now. I moved into the middle house on the street. Oh, the new neighbors, that's right, that's you. It makes so much sense. Except for her. His growing excitement scrunched into confusion. Q brought a hand to his chin while also pointing squarely at Tamarack with the other one. I'm pretty positive there was only going to be one new kid moving in. Unless you're Regan's mom. Yes, this is my mother. She is younger than me. Tamarack was completely tickled by the idea, giggling and covering her mouth with her hands. She didn't do a good job at stopping any of the laughter from getting out. No, I'm not a mom. I moved in with my Omi and Opa. Omi and Opa? I've never heard of that. Is it another language? Uh-huh. It's German, and they're German. Cool. Thanks. But they already had a house here. It's the Great One. Whoa. There's a granny who lives there and a guy that's her husband? That's your Omi and Opa? I think so. I think so. I don't know who these old people are. I was just told to live here. Probably. Omi has really long hair. Opa has short hair and some of it on his face. Omi and Opa means Granny and Grandpa. Yeah. Q bobbed his head up and down with great understanding. Granny and him have a kid now, huh? Wow. Then Q shook his head to the side, flopping dark brown strands of hair around and trying to sort out his thoughts. But if you're just new neighbors, not thieves or sorcerers, how'd you know that was my paper? I didn't know. Not for sure. What? You were showing my notes off to everyone you saw in the world? Yeah, that was kind of the idea. Huh. You knew it would be a long story, so you took in a huge breath. Tamarack put her fists up eagerly in her own preparation to talk about what she had done. I got here today with my mom. She's waiting for the real estate agent, so I had to go spend time doing something. I went down to the road and a paper airplane hit me in the shoulder and nobody was there. That was me! I threw it and ran away. It was great. I picked it up and opened the plane and saw the stuff written on it. I thought the person throwing the plane was trying to give me a message. But that wasn't me who wrote it. Right. Then Regan went into the forest after us and I surprised them by jumping out of the leaves. Hugh nodded along, probably not getting everything you two were talking about, but curious enough to just keep listening. And then I talked to her about the paper airplane I found, and she told me what we said. That she made the plane but didn't write what was on it. I asked where she got it. Tamarack chimed in again as your story continued to bounce back and forth between the two of you. I found it on the ground, in the woods. I already had the... I thought she was about to say, I ate the note. I already ate the note. But I didn't think that was important at first. Regan made me wonder about it. We went out to discover the word writer. And it was you. Huh. Q put his hands on his hips as he thought hard about the info he learned from you. You're saying all this was random stuff for fun? I guess so, but... If you were the one who wrote that, how did you know my name? That was on the note. And what were those other words supposed to mean? Hello, go out, hideout, Reganistic? It doesn't make sense. Oh. He cracked a smile and flicked out his arms to start his own explanation. That's just stuff I was gonna do. Excuse me? Why am I on the list? Why am I on the list of stuff you have to do? Inappropriate. Counting 1, 2, 3 on his fingers, Q listed off each part of the letter simply. Hello. Say hi to the people around. Go out. Visit the town or another neighborhood or whatever. Hideout means go to my hideout. Q stopped the countdown to pat the sturdy wooden wall behind him with pride. Right here. I get it now. I'm getting it too. Ah, right, yeah. For your name being there. My mom and dad told me. They talked about how people are moving in next door and how there's going to be a kid my age and that name was Reganistic. It was cool to me, so I wrote it down. That way I wouldn't forget. I even took out and read that page a lot to make sure to be something I remembered. Looks like I forgot after all. You're welcome. I'll remember this time, definitely. But that's pretty crazy with the paper airplane. It's pretty impressive you two put the whole thing together. He was right. You and Tamarack were really awesome. And yeah, I'm proud of myself. I just solved the mystery. Why wouldn't I be? Yeah. Didn't even have to try. It just kind of happened. But you realize suddenly how late it must have gotten. Your mom would start to worry soon. That wasn't good. Your turning thoughts were put on pause when Key suddenly changed the subject. Oh, tired. Hey, Regan, Tamarack. I'll walk you around back to the front. I want to hang out more. I should probably see how Omi and Oppa are. They're pretty old and need help sometimes. Yeah, we could all go back together. Should I just ditch one of the... I don't know. I could get closer with one of them, specifically. Also, switching voices all the time is tiring. I do, yeah. Alright, sorry, me and Tamarack were going together. Oh, what, really? Tamarack took it contentedly while Q was totally stunned. Small Snickers that came out, yeah. Really? Well, bye you two. I'll go back to my hideout. He turned halfway around, pointing at the tower with a thumb. Alright, bye. Hugh took hold of a dangling rope with both hands and called out to you once more from over his shoulder. Good luck out there. He drifted further away from the tower while keeping an eye out to see if Tamarack would do the same. She did. Following that was a shout from Tamarack. She had cupped her hands around her mouth to make it extra loud. Bunker! You okay, cat? And so you started to walk through the yellowed fall grass and get to the neighborhood again. But you weren't going to be alone there. Tamarack bounded ahead, bouncing her arm up and down with the stick like she was the conductor of a marching band. You were returning to that house. Your new neighborhood had become even more orange-toned by the time you finally returned to it. The far-off sun slowly sunk away behind the tallest mountains and forests to sleep for the night. Your shadows grew larger, pulling away from your bodies to reach out into the street ahead. The dark shapes morphed and combined with one another as you walked in your own mismatched rhythm, all while the eyeball chillingness of the outside world got more powerful by bit. Tamarack still stayed about 2 steps ahead. Sometimes she was closer and sometimes she got away from you again. She used her stick to knock at the bushes and lamps along the sidewalk. The sounds of your steps continued to echo through the cul-de-sac until you came to a stop. Right in the center of the path you arrived. Tamarack put both her hands up in front of her chest and waved them around. I'm going home! Tamarack spun in place before dashing further along the sidewalk to the sloped gray house. Okay. They're all gray. Okay, I guess that one's more gray. On the other end of the neighborhood, her bag clunked and jingled at her side the whole way there. You waited there in front of the house in the dim evening light, watching Tamarack go to her home right on the same street. They say it was cool to meet you. That was everything. The whole outing was done. In the quiet resolution of your first day in this place, the 2 encounters you had earlier that afternoon drifted through your head. Tamarack and Kuyu. You were at the stage where you'll get to set your dynamic with Tamarack and Q. There's a tutorial for that whole feature, but because the mini demo is nearing the end and doesn't utilize dynamics, we're including the option to skip past all the extra info for now. Would like to hear dynamics? Nah. No. How do I undo it? How do I undo it? Oh, this is okay. Oh, I think I get it. Yeah, there's 3 different things. Okay. I need to Google what doting means. Extremely and uncritically fond of someone, pretty adoring. Contesting? Why is she contesting with me? That's weird. Oop. She's going to tease Q. Oh yeah, they're both going to be teasing each other. Things were so different for you, and from just that morning when you had left and went on the drive to home. But then, you'd never been in Golden Grove. You'd seen it only in pictures and hadn't known anybody who was a local there. But here you were, a person who lived in the town and was friends with the neighbors on both sides of your house who also lived here. Were you friends? You thought so. And even though she wasn't here anymore, and a bunch of other things that happened that day, Tamarack was the only thing on your mind. What was it like when you first saw her in that leaf pile? When you started to talk to and know her, and all the stuff with the paper airplane? She was special. The air outside kept getting even colder, but you were still warm on the inside. It was nice and comfortable in the place you were. Getting even more lost in your own imagination, you wondered when you'd get to see her again. Oh, it's Mama. Regan, is that you? Your Mama called from over the fence. Coming! You bounded forward and passed through the gate. Mama had left the porch and was there to see you. Thank you for coming back. I'm sure you were having an exciting time out there. I met a girl I'm gonna marry. Nah, Mama doesn't need to know that yet. I met people, Mama, kids my age. I'm so glad. I look forward to hearing all about it. From strength to strength, we've got the key to the house. The agent finally arrived about 20 minutes ago. They're gone now, but I haven't peeked yet. Both of us should be here for this. It's your house, too. Yeah, this is our house now. Absolutely. Come on. Mama turned to go and slipped the key out from her sweater pocket. She gestured with the other hand for you to follow. Your Mama led the way as you went back up the stairs. The key fit perfectly into the hole in the door, and Mama smiled at the sound of an unlocking click. Carefully, she leaned forward with her shoulder, giving it a nudge, unsure if the best option for the ancient door's extra force or extra restraint. The house opened with a creak. Air came up through the front like it was exhaling. Mama let out a breath at the same time. Over here, Regan. There's space for you to get a little closer. You can see inside here. What do you mean a little closer? Just go inside your house. Like, are they just standing at the doorway like a vampire? You scooched towards your Mama's side in the door frame. It was then that you noticed there was a mat at the front. It had a light color and a kind of hard but fluffy texture. The sort of mat that'd get dirty looking right away when it was used. But it was still clean and nice. It hadn't been worn down at all like the rest of the building. This part of the house wasn't just an old thing left behind by other people who didn't need it or want it anymore. Someone must have put it there for this happening. For you, for your mama, and you moving in. Written across the top it said, "Welcome home." Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. I like this game. I can't wait for it to fully come out. Yeah, this was a very cute game. Alright, thank you so much for... Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do your little dance, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!